Hello, everyone, and welcome to Overthinker number 10, double digits. On my mind today, um, I there's this weird thing in my head, and obviously I'm the only one who can't get over it, so I'm I'm the one who's not thinking right, and I have to understand that, but hear me out on it first. I ask if everybody's a bot because there's like certain things that happen and are allowed to happen and that everybody knows happens, and even though it's, you know based on what people say, it's very much against what they believe or their moral standing, or whatever, they people will continue to contribute to and ignore these things that they say they're against. Or, there's different, that's just like a small example. I'm also talking like, you know, in facts of like telling the truth. Like, how often do you lie to yourself in a day? You know what I mean? And I'm talking about myself too. I mean, how many times I say something and that thing is not true, or that thing does not happen. And I don't just mean like a factoid or information. I mean like, I should water the garden this morning, and then 3 days later, the garden ends up getting watered. You know what I mean? It's just like how many people are actually true to everything they say and believe and do? I think that that number is dwindling. And the reason, I mean, I say that for myself because of, things like that in my own life, that like I lie to myself constantly and don't do the things I tell myself I'm going to do, et cetera, et cetera. So like I'm basically just, I'm not I'm not this person, basically. I am not who I say I am. So I'm just a bot. But then the other reason I say it, the one that, maybe I'm finding other targets, so to speak, I'm externalizing, but is is for things like these presidential elections. Now, I always say this, but it blows my mind that though in America, everybody at any point in time during these elections, not at any point, just during the elections, I should say, they're allowed to vote for whoever they want. Any singular person that you think would be the best person for running the country, you can vote for. And somehow I'm led to believe that 50% of people think that, let's just say blue should be the answer, and 50% of people think that red should be the answer. And it's just so curious to me how we could have such a diverse nation where diversity is like, it's at the forefront of everything right now. And somehow we manage to only have, now I understand, for the sake of society and running things efficiently and smoothly, we narrow down candidates. There's more at the beginning, and then, it goes down to two, and oh, well, you just go with the one that's more aligned with your thoughts. But it still doesn't make sense to me because, like, you know that it's not good for you. You know that it's not good for the rest of the country. You know that it's not the best option. And everybody still continues to go for it, even though we live in a place where you don't have to settle like that. It's very interesting to me. The other reason I say it is, like I was talking taxes the other day, and it's like, I also understand that there will be bad things that happen in the world. And, you know, despite all the good things your taxes go to, there's going to be, an occasional bad thing. I understand that. And there's not much you can do about that. That's just part of the game in order for society to work. But when it's when everybody knows it's a majority number, not a majority, but like when everybody knows that a good portion of what you give and what other people give, what everybody gives, does not go to good things. It allows people like, again, I always say it, but like Epstein to use your money basically for their own devices, their own sick, twisted purposes. And like that's not small things, and it's not a small portion of money going towards these things. It is happening a lot, and it's probably the majority of it is bad. And yet, in the name of, society and things running smoothly, people are willing to they're willing to forget that, like, the things they believe in, because it's the mindset that, oh, well, there's nothing I can do about it. This is just, it's how it works. This is how society runs in order for things to go smooth. But, like, I mean, the world repeats itself. And in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing that anybody can do about anything at any point in time, I suppose, because, thousands of years down the road, it'll all be the same, right? But I just, again, I feel like there's people you have to look up to, and if nobody actually, like, was the person that they say they are, or stood up for the things they say they believe in, or did the things they said they would do, or, actually acted upon the the positive things that they say, or whatever, I don't know, or the negative things, I don't care, just be the person you say you are. It's so frustrating to me, because there's people, again, in my life that I know that, like, they know these bad things are happening, but, like, everybody, like, and again, like, there's not anything that anybody can do, and maybe there's something to be said about just finding your own individual happiness, and, you know just settling into doing what you can do about things. But that's just it. Like, we can do more. Like, this is, everybody can do more at any point in time. We can all stand up for things that we believe in. And it bugs me to no end that there's just this, I don't know if it's a lack of caring about these issues. I don't think that's what it is for people in my life. Or if it's, it's a grander picture where people have, like, some higher purpose, which, again, haven't found that one yet, still looking. It's, I don't know what it is that causes people to ignore their maybe minuscule, maybe doesn't even mean anything, but ignore their contribution to evil, I guess. And it makes me think that, like, nobody is who they say they are, or nobody actually acts upon what they believe. So what's it matter? You might as well just be an NPC standing on the side. You don't have any, say in the story. Who are you? You know? It's horrible.
Uh-huh.